So, good morning. And I'll say this very clearly. I've said it before on my platform, and I'll say it again. I will tell the truth at the cost of being offensive. Human offense is not my concern, because there's people that are trying to sweep things under the carpet and trying to push me under the same umbrella, sweeping things under the carpet. But that's not what it is. I'm going to call the truth, irrespective of my position, my background, etc. Some of the reports coming out with regards to the situation at City West, that a 10-year-old girl was assaulted. Raped is the stronger word to use. It's a tough thing to fathom as a father of two little girls. But again, I'm not surprised. And the Irish people are not surprised, right? And this is what really ticks me off, because some people don't understand the level of danger, the level of threat that this high level of immigration is causing. And whoever comes on here to tell me, well, you're a Mike, what can you say this? Please just leave my platform. Respectfully, unfollow, block, whatever you, just do not jump on this post to comment stupidity. Because, and I've said it before, and I'm really going to say it as clear as I can possibly say it now. And this is something people got to understand, irrespective of my position, the countries I come from. I know where I come from. I know some of the things in some of the countries that people are coming from that others may not know. When you have this level of immigration, a high level of immigration, and it's people coming from incredibly war-torn countries, and it's predominantly males, this was the concern, and this has always been the concerns when the Irish are protesting, when they're speaking out, is because this level of immigration, when you've got males predominantly that are coming in from war-torn countries where corruption is incredibly high, where abuse and all of these things are normal in some of these countries. They are normal. This is the reality people got to understand. It's normal in some of these countries. Now, that's not to say everybody coming from these countries is, but when you're taking what Ireland is getting in immigration right now is the worst of the worst in some places. That's what Ireland is getting. This high level of immigration is being done intentionally, and there's no security systems in place. There's no safety protocols in place to ensure accountability, to ensure even just the people that are coming in are in a good mental state, right? This high level, you can't evaluate everybody, and they're not evaluating whatsoever. And you've got huge groups of men predominantly stuck in a place with nothing to do, no education, no direction, no integration into the lay of the land. The things that they do in their country, they're going to do here because they think that's their norm, that's their mental state of functioning. To take lives in some places is a normal thing because people see it over and over and over again. It becomes your norm. Yes, you can look at it from a position, well, it's not their fault, and well, the West, etc. There are causes, but it doesn't matter. Right now, I gotta say this: it does matter what the causes are, but we also gotta look at what the danger is and the effects of what you're getting into the country. This is a problem. This is the first. This is not the first incident of either a young girl being snatched off the street or a young girl being attempted to taken off the street by people that have recently just come into the country, right? There is a lot of terrible things that are going on in this country that people are not aware of as a consequence of this mass immigration. A lot is being swept under the carpet. So when people come on this platform, and my thing is just, I really want to raise awareness in this, and it's not right, right? There's a protest going on. Unfortunately, I'm in Italy at the moment myself for work. I can't be there. I would love to be there this evening at that protest, because what's going on is absolutely disgraceful. It's an outrage. And today it's an Irish kid. Tomorrow it's your kid. I don't care. And look, when I say this, and I said it, right, the things that are going on is not safe for anybody. I've got two little girls. Like, you got to understand, if you live in these areas where a lot of these ipas centers, etc., are built, like, you have to be worried about your own kids, irrespective of being an Irish kid. It could be your kid the next day. It could be somebody else's kid. I don't think people understand the gravity and the danger of the situation at hand. And it's not about picking sides because of your color or because you come from an African descent. It's about right and wrong. It's about standing up for the things that are wrong. This is a huge threat to everybody. Some of the crimes being committed, like, it's putting other people at danger. There's African people that are being attacked from people that are coming from these ipas centers and stuff like that as well. And it's not to say all of them are bad, but we got to look at the percentages of what's coming in and what you're getting. You're not getting the best of the best. You're not getting people that are genuinely seeking a new life for their family, etc. There's a huge level of danger that whatever way the system is, I don't know, whatever way it's being orchestrated or organized, that you are not getting people with genuine intention to integrate into the society, to add value, to contribute. Immigration is meant to benefit the country. This level of immigration is not benefiting Ireland. I do not care what bullshit statistics are being pushed out there, what BS is being told to let people know, well, these are working, etc. Look, those that come into work and what people are, I honestly don't know where, I don't know what way this system is being operated right now, but it's wrong, incredibly wrong, and it's putting a lot of people in danger. It's not only Irish lives, and it's a 10-year-old little girl. Like, that's a little girl, that's innocence robbed. This is what people have to understand, and this is not the first little girl that somebody has attempted to attack. Like, these things are becoming frequent, and I cannot understand how somebody can read that or see that, right? And I don't like to speak from other people's experience. Let me speak a little bit from my own, right? A couple of months ago, I was in a barber shop, and that individual got sacked out of that barber shop and no longer works there. I went in to get a haircut, and a woman came in, and the guy who was going to cut my hair, as I sat down, a woman came in to address him. Now, he recently came to the country. He doesn't speak English so well. And she called him and she said, "Can I speak to you?" And I thought she was speaking to me. And I said, "Me?" And she said, "No, him." And she pulled him to the side, but we can hear the conversation because it's in the shop. And she says, "The next time you follow my girl around, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to beat you up myself." And I was like, what? Is she actually saying that to him? And he pretended like he didn't know. And she said, you followed her a couple of times and you chased her and tried to grab her by the hand. Don't do that again. And then when she walked out, I asked him, were you following, were you like, what were you doing? And he tried to play it off as a joke. "Oh, I know nothing. It's a girl that I seen in town, and I was trying to talk to her, but she's playing games." And I told him, you don't do that in this country. You don't do that, right? And I spoke to the owner of the barber shop, and I said, because it's somebody who we know for a long time. He's a close family friend, and we go there pretty often. And he pulled him aside and he told him, "In this country, you don't do things like that, right? Like, you're going to get arrested. Like, don't do things like that here." And I know later on when we left, they had a harsher conversation and he got rid of him. But people got to understand, like, where other people's come from, that's a small case, but that's abuse, right? That's abuse. And it's happening on higher scales than you can possibly imagine. So anybody that comes on here like, "Oh, well, saying that is going to paint a target on," this is not about painting targets on all immigrants, right? The issue is people, the system is not working. Putting a whole bunch of men in ipas centers, etc., is not working. It's not great. And you're getting the worst of the worst in some of these countries. This is what Ireland is getting right now. This is what Europe is getting right now. The worst of the worst, the extremes of the extremes in some of the countries. Because you have done something, I don't know whether you're going and just saying, "Send us anybody," or "We'll take anybody that wants to come in, send them over, and we put them in here because we're going to make millions on the back of this." But you're damaging societies, you're damaging communities at a higher scale than you can possibly imagine, and putting so many people's lives in danger.